guys, and welcome back to my kitchen. Today I am finally sharing with you a recipe that is super close to my heart. It's my lemon loaf. This recipe has been a year in the making. I've been adjusting the ingredients, reworking the texture, making sure that everything is perfect. And today I am finally ready to share it with you. So let's get baking. Picture this. It's summer, sun's out, and you need to bring something to either a lunch or a brunch or a picnic. You need a dessert that's low effort but very high impact. You could stress over a multiple layer cake, or you could just show up with this lemon loaf and be the main character at the event. It's bright, fresh, easy to love, and even easier to slice. At this point in the video, you might be wondering, what makes this loaf so special? Well, I'm about to tell you. There are two little tricks that I use in this recipe that make this loaf so magical. First, it's the combo of butter and oil. Butter brings flavor and oil brings structure to the loaf. The oil also helps keep the lemon loaf more moist for longer. The second trick is a touch of cornflour in the dry mix. It softens the crumb and helps to give it that lovely velvety texture that is just absolutely delicious. Honestly, lemon loaf is like banana bread's more glamorous cousin. It's still a very cozy dessert, but it is more refined. And fair warning, every single time I make it, I tell myself I'll only have one slice. And then 2 hours later, half the cake is gone. But you know, I always tell myself, since there's citrus in the cake, it's basically healthy, right? The ingredient list might seem long, but it's all stuff that you probably already have in your pantry. There's no fancy ingredients in this kitchen. So here's what you're gonna need. 275 grams of granulated sugar, 200 grams of eggs. Here I'm weighing it, but you could also just use 4 large eggs and it would be roughly the same. You need 1 teaspoon of salt, 230 grams of plain flour, 1 teaspoon of corn flour, 3/4 of a teaspoon of baking powder, 70 grams of melted butter, 15 grams of vegetable oil. I really like to use sunflower oil, but any other oil would do. And then for this one, I used 2 lemons, so you need to zest both of them and use the juice of the 2 lemons, which is roughly around 50 grams of lemon juice. And you need 120 grams of heavy cream. You want to start by zesting your lemons. The zest in the lemon is what carries most of its flavor. Just make sure that your lemons are washed really well because you want flavor and not surprises. Then melt your butter and let it cool slightly. For this recipe, I do highly recommend using a stand mixer because this is a batter that requires a lot of air. So you need to whip it for a really long time, and using a stand mixer will just make the process a whole lot easier and a whole lot quicker. So now in your stand mixer, you can beat your sugar with your eggs. This process will take about 5 minutes. It needs to be really light and fluffy and just about doubled in size. This step is key for building volume, and it's what gives the cake its very soft texture. Next, you can mix your lemon zest with your lemon juice and add it to your heavy cream. Doing this will help to infuse the heavy cream with all those lovely lemon flavors. On medium speed, you can go ahead and add your cream lemon delicious mixture into your eggs and your sugars. Then in a separate bowl, you want to mix all your dry ingredients, and while on slow speed, you can add all of those into the batter. You don't want to overmix, otherwise your loaf will end up really dense. And finally, you can add your butter and your oil into the batter. Now, here's another tip. To get that perfect loaf shape, skip the parchment paper. Instead, you can melt a little bit of butter or just soften it in the microwave. Grease your tin with a little bit of butter and then dust it with flour. Here, I'm gonna show you how I did it. This way, the cake releases beautifully and you get those lovely, delicious lemon cake crisp edges. Also, once the batter is finished and in the tin, I like to chill it for 1 hour, but up to overnight. This step does a few magical things. It firms up the batter, which gives the loaf a tighter, more even crumb, and it also helps to develop deeper flavors. And when that really cold tin and batter hit the hot oven, it creates a quick burst of steam, which is what creates that beautiful dome and crack on top of the lemon loaf. It's a simple step, but it makes the loaf look and slice like something you would buy from a bakery. Bake your loaf at 160 degrees Celsius for about 40 minutes, but then You can lower your oven temperature to 150 and bake it for around 20 minutes or until a knife comes out clean with no crumbs on it. Are you ready? It's time for the taste test. I'm actually really excited. This is my first time in a while trying it because it's not such a winter dessert, so I like to keep it for the warmer months, but I'm very excited, so bon appétit! So in my humble opinion, not that I'm biased or anything, it's not like it's my recipe, but I really love this recipe and it's so good. It is so lemony, but not too overpowering. You could make this for someone that doesn't love lemons and they would still like it. It's also super light. It doesn't feel like you're eating a heavy, dense piece of cake, and it is so easy to enjoy it with a cup of coffee or a cup of tea. Even as a breakfast you could have this. It's super easy snack on the go. To me it's the perfect dessert and it's super easy to slice. It can serve up to easily 8 to 10 people, so it's perfect for a crowd, and I just love this recipe. I'm really proud of it. Also, I forgot to mention, but I did add a bit of a glaze on top. It is super easy, but it adds so much flavor and so much of that lemony goodness. It is just made using 100 grams of icing sugar and around 30 grams of lemon juice. I just squeezed one whole lemon, and you just need to mix it up, pour it on top, wait for it to set, and it's delicious. And it adds a nice sugary top to it that you just love. I will leave the full recipe for you in the description so that you can make it. I look forward to seeing all of you recreate this recipe. It is one that is so close to my heart, and it was very special making it and sharing it with you guys. So thank you so much for watching. I will see you next week for another video. Thank you so much. Oh, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I think that's what I'm supposed to be saying. Thank you so much.